Hey, this is Swaggers doing a video review of Brink for GameGuideCentral.com. Oh, Brink. You know, I've loved the idea of objective-based games since Mission in Unreal Tournament back on the PC. And the problem with this game is that none of you guys want to do objectives. Here I am at the first objective of a mission. This is the one thing that everyone should be caring about. I am the only one fighting the entire other team in here. So, I mean, you just know it's going to be all downhill from there. You know, I really wanted Brink to be the game that breaks out with some outstanding AI. And it does okay for the first few hours, because on the very lowest setting, and you're the lowest level, it's okay, because you as a player, I don't care how good or how bad you are going to be better than them. The problem is the AI just ramps up at such an insane rate. As you gain levels in this game, you get points, which is a great system, interesting system, and you can use those to buy things for different classes. You know, like being able to drop turrets, being able to spot enemy mines, which we will talk about in a second, and interesting thing like that. The problem is, as you gain those abilities, everyone in the game gains them, all the AI then gains them too. So now they're already better aiming than you, they ramp up faster, they do more damage than you. And so every time you gain a level, it's like, I didn't want to gain a level because now the game just got exponentially harder. So the other team levels up, but your team, they don't want to have anything to do with objectives. They like to just run around and take maybe side objectives, but the main objective, they could care less. They could care less about defending it. They could care less about getting it. They could care less about guarding you while you do it. It makes me mad. A lot of people are going to say, they're going to argue, and I've heard them argue this, that, you know, a hard mode should be hard, and that humans are going to be better than AI no matter what. So, you know, they have to make them, quote-unquote, a little better so that the game stays even, but it's not even. I mean, they're just ridiculous. And my other big concern with that is that easy becomes ridiculous. I mean, if you have an easy, a normal, and a hard, to me, easy should be playing with, like, preschoolers, you know, grade schoolers. I mean, it should not be that hard to experience. It should be a game that you just have fun going around and playing, and in this game, easy becomes just as hard. I see no difference in the difficulty levels once you get to high level. Okay, now as you would expect, certain classes, they have specific abilities. I'm playing as an operative here. I've disguised myself as their team so they're not shooting at me, and I've spotted a mine. There's an achievement / trophy for an operative, you as an operative, spotting a mine and then having an engineer on your team defuse it. You know, it seems easy. You know, it's a small minor objective on the side. You spot the mine, it's now visible for your entire team. It's bright red. No one should get anywhere near it. I believe it shows up on the map too. Yeah, there's a flashing dot there that it shows up on the map. All you have to do is have one of your engineers take care of it. So, you know, let's find out what happens. This is probably one of the most basic things to do in this game, and here we're watching that my team is just getting raped. I mean, I've got to pretty much do everything. I've cleared out this area. All they need to do is push this bot forward. I've been killing everyone over here, so no one's even really getting over there. And they can't do it. They can't move the bot forward 2 feet. It's ridiculous. In fact, I think I moved the bot all the way forward on my own. It's actually kind of a break in the game that as operative, I can sneakily disguise myself as one of them and then take that bot all the way over. Okay, so what happened last time was a medic on my team just walked right into the mine, which is highly visible. I've now done another mine. I actually have an engineer in the area, and let's see if he can do the easy task of just walking in there and defusing the mine. That's what his job is. You know, there he goes right now. No enemies. Walks right up to it and gets hit. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Oh, that makes me mad. You know, this is a cutscene from the story. The story is really just there to get you from mission to mission. There are only 8 maps in the whole game, which is a huge disappointment for something that's supposed to be, you know, a multiplayer, multi-fun, human versus bot versus human game, and there's no variations really in there. No, sometimes they'll redo maps and say, okay, well, this section is cut off in this map, so it's, at least it's a variance. No, not in this. It's exactly the same every time you play it. You're either going to be playing as the security or as the resistance, and they take turns going back and forth, going for objectives and protecting objectives. Visually, for me, the game shows a lot of pixelation and texture loading. Overall, it looks pretty good, but it seems like sometimes you get into new areas, there's some problems. There's a lot of, just smoothing around areas that, doesn't look good for me. Sound is really nothing to say. 90% of the sound is really just the narrator saying, oh, you need to destroy this, or something is being destroyed, why don't you go repair it, or you have only 2 minutes left, blah, blah, blah. So not much there. I do like the objectives. There's nice and varied stuff for you to do. There's shortcuts to create, shortcuts to explode, all kinds of things like that. My problem is that there's a problem with, I think, the implementation of hacking, which is one of the big ones. Some of the hacking objectives can take you several minutes, your team several minutes to complete. If you're killed while doing a hack, anyone at all on the opposing team can de-hack you in about 1/10 of the time. I mean, it just takes seconds. You just watch that bar go, just totally powered down. Now, I'm okay with de-hack as an idea, but I believe it should be limited to a single class, and it should take as long to undo as it did to do, in the first place. The achievements in this game are very straightforward. Again, they become infinitely easier with a full team, and I highly suggest you play this with a team of friends. Hopefully you have people who will play it with you if you really feel you need to, and they can help you online with the missions. It's a whole different game with a team. It's still absurdly hard. I've gone through this with people who are great players, and 3 of us couldn't finish a map, and we're 3 human people going at these maps, and they're so ridiculous. The AI is just so absurd and so accurate and powerful that we couldn't do it. We gave up for the night. It seems like I've done a lot of ragging, and that's because that's probably all I have done. I think I'm jaded because I really wanted this game to be good, and I love this type of game. There's not a lot out there, but when you've got an AI-based game, the AI should be smart. They should know what they're doing. Hopefully a patch can be released, and hopefully they see that there's an AI problem, and that they can fix it, and hopefully there's some cheap map packs kind of give you a little more variety. I know there's one coming up in June, so we'll check that out when it comes up and see if they can spark some life and some interest into this game. I'm going to be giving Brink a 6 out of 10 in design. The AI is just so poorly made, it's just sad. Again, the story is non-existent. The variations and objectives is nice, but I feel the overall execution of the game is severely lacking. Gameplay gets a 6. The controls and gameplay is well. My problem is long-term fun factor for me is next to 0 with the current AI, and the replay is rather low as there are only 8 maps. There's just no variety. You just kind of loop through them. Presentation for me is a 6. Graphics are okay. Again, I've seen some texture loading problems, and even after a patch they said that fixed that. The sound is really non-existent, as it's just clips and background noise. I do like the style of the cutscenes, but they really only last about 2 minutes to to keep the quote-unquote story going, which is all but non-existent. So that gives Brink an overall rating of 6 out of 10. And again, if you got a group of buddies, if you can find a community, a large group of people to play it, it can be fun, people versus people, but I'm rating this as an overall game, and they have a single player, and they have challenges for you to do, and those are solo, and it's lacking in there. I mean, you can sit here, I can sit here as medic, let's see if he even gives me anything. I'm gonna run by. His job is to heal me. Oh, hey, hi. Yeah, thanks. There you go. So yeah, I'm giving Brink a 6. Check us out, Game Guide Central. We're going to start doing a lot of reviews. We still are going to obviously do tons of guides. We'll get you through all the major guides that are coming out. GameGuideCentral.com. Thanks for watching.